What is the unspoken genius behind Brandon Palaniuk's mindset? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. What makes Brandon Palaniuk one of the most dangerous anglers on tour? It isn't his bait, his boat, or even that he uses forward-facing sonar. It is his mindset. Brandon is, without question, one of the greats in professional bass fishing. His personality and kindness are just a little that fans appreciate and admire. However, Brandon's genius comes in the way that he approaches fishing and being a tournament professional. Now, what are some of the mindsets that Brandon does that make him stand out? I've written down 5 that stand out to me, including number 1, that is calculated risk-taking. Brandon's known for swinging big when others at times play it safe, and sometimes this burns him, but often it pays off. Next, he is adaptable. Brandon often doesn't marry one pattern, and he adapts faster than most in his conditions and his techniques. And Brandon doesn't just use technology, he blends it with his instincts. Third, his mental fortitude. If you've ever noticed, Brandon rarely gets rattled. Even after a bad day, he treats the failure as data, not defeat. He goes in with the hero or zero mentality. Number 4, I've said this a couple times, Brandon's authentic. His authenticity comes out in everything he does. And because of that, fans connect with him because he's not trying to be someone else. And his authenticity gives him the freedom to fish the way he wants to, instead of caving to pressure. And 5th is his work and passion. Brandon trains like an elite athlete, physically, mentally, and strategically. Fishing just isn't his job. It's who he is, and that passion shows. Now, some of the things I really respect about Brandon is that when most anglers play it safe, Palaniuk plays to win. Brandon fishes his style, not anybody else's. And his passion fuels consistency and longevity. Now, Brandon usually employs a mental underwater map of structure to predict fish movements. If you've never watched basketball or don't know this, there's a triangle offense that was brought into play by the great Chicago Bulls coach, Phil Jackson, and then implemented with the Los Angeles Lakers with Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. And it was phenomenal. And Brandon uses the same kind of thing. Triangle, it's maybe not called triangle offense, but it's a triangle. And it's based on seasonal movements and contours. This allows him to find where the dead water is, where there no fish are. He's looking for fish movements on contours, grass lines, contours in the lake. And bass will go from contour to contour to find bait and to eat. And he uses that to pattern bigger fish. Now, I think Brandon is one of the great anglers out there. I think his story from sleeping in his truck early on to meeting his amazing wife and having a family now is one of the great stories in our industry. How you can go from nothing to what he has now. And to have the authenticity of how Brandon is to this day and how he reacts and is kind and confident and just one of the best people out there, I truly appreciate. And when I started doing the research for this video, I thought, well, I'll just call him and ask him some questions. But I didn't. And the reason why is it isn't that I wanted to surprise this video on him, because he probably won't even see it. But I felt like I knew the answers already. I feel like Brandon is open and upfront with everything that he does. He's extremely confident, and he knows that he was born to fish. He was born to be a professional angler. But do you agree Brandon's mindset is what separates him from a lot of other anglers? Or is it something else? Drop a comment below and tell me what you think. I'll say it again. I think Brandon's one of the good guys. I just think he's an amazing person, amazing man, amazing father, and an amazing angler. And I think while he's on top of that list, I think we need to make sure we continue to push those kind of anglers that support other anglers and support the community as much as possible. And I just want to say thank you to Brandon. I've been on the boat with him once or twice, I think, and it's always been, well, it's been interesting. one in particular. But I appreciate his humor, and I appreciate everything that he does. But what do you think of one of the best out there, Brandon Palaniuk? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate it. I'm humbled by the growth of the channel over the last 16, 17 months. It's been fantastic, but we're growing and we need to continue to grow. We need to keep pushing and get to that place I'm trying to get. So if you're not a subscriber, click that button. Also click that bell so you know when the next video drops. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.